What's going on, guys? Brian from Zombie Guitar here. This lesson is about combining the harmonic minor scale with the major scale. Alright, so if you're familiar with the harmonic minor scale, you're probably more used to seeing it used in conjunction with the natural minor scale. Okay, so basically this kind of just takes it one step further, and so you're going to need to have an understanding of the relative major-minor concept, which I put a link to below if you want to check that out. Also, you want to have a understanding of diatonic chord progressions. Okay, so any relevant lessons that you would need to understand in order to understand what I'm about to talk about here is all going to be below, so you can check out those lessons as well. Alright, so with that said, let's zoom into the fretboard and see what's going on here. Okay, so the chord progression that I was soloing over contained the chords C, G, and F. Okay, now this puts you in the key of C major. Therefore, your scale or framework that you would use to solo over these chords would be the C major scale. Okay, now you probably also noticed that the E major chord was in there as well. Now the E major chord is a non-diatonic chord, okay, so it's not part of the key of C major, and this is the particular chord that I applied the harmonic minor scale over. Okay, so let's first take a look at what the harmonic minor scale is and get an understanding of that. Okay, so this fretboard diagram that you see on the screen here is the C major scale. The C major scale has the relative minor, A minor. Okay, so if we go ahead and change the colored tonic note from C to A, all the notes remain the same. Okay, the only difference is now the A is highlighted instead of the C, meaning that this is the A minor scale or framework. Okay, so the only difference between the natural minor scale and the harmonic minor scale is the note right before the root. Okay, so now you see a gray dot, so that would be the note that you would hit right before the root in order to make it a harmonic minor scale. Okay, so to play the A natural minor scale, we'll just start right here in the fifth fret position. Okay, to play the harmonic minor scale, you would just skip that 7th note and instead hit the gray dot. You can do the same thing through 2 octaves, okay? Okay, so basically you're just targeting that gray note and skipping the note right before it in order to make it the harmonic minor scale. Okay, so as you see, the harmonic minor scale and the natural minor scale are very, very close to one another. Okay, and you also know that all of the notes contained within the A minor scale spanned across the fretboard are the same exact notes as that of the C major scale. So essentially we could leave that gray dot where it is, which is that harmonic minor note, that raised 7th degree. Okay, we could leave that note where it is, and then we can go back and change the note, the colored note, from A to C again. Okay, now what you have here is, again, the C major framework. Okay, so all of the notes are part of the C major scale, except we left that gray dot there, which is the harmonic minor note, as if we were viewing this from the perspective of A minor. Okay, so that gray dot falls right 1/2 step below the A, all over the fretboard. So every time you see a gray dot, that's 1/2 step away from the note A. Okay, and that is because A is the relative minor of C major. Okay, So that's why I want to have an understanding of this whole relative major-minor concept before you dive into a lesson such as this. Okay, anyway, so your scalar framework over the entire chord progression is the C major scale. All of the notes of the C major scale are going to work over all of the chords because all of the chords are in key, except for that E major chord. That E major chord is the 1/9 diatonic chord, okay? And that's where you switch, and you're not really switching much. You're still playing all the same notes. Now you're just targeting that gray note, okay? Targeting the gray note, and you can even use the note right before the gray note, or you can just skip it and for a moment temporarily think A harmonic minor, okay? Instead of thinking C major, just think A harmonic minor. And then once the chord goes back to the C, F, and G again, then go back to thinking C major scale and don't think about the harmonic minor at all, okay? So the next section is going to be explaining the theory of why this is the case. Okay, so as you saw in that full fretboard diagram, you see how this applies over the entire fretboard. For the remainder of this lesson, we can just kind of focus in on just one small area. So we can focus on this, 4th to 8th fret region, okay, which I refer to as the home box. All right. So, anyway, so why does this work, and why does it work over this one specific chord? Well, that one specific chord, if we're in the key of C major / A minor, okay, the E should be minor, okay? The diatonic chords within this particular key are C major, F major, G major, and then A minor, D minor, and E minor. Okay, so if you make the E minor into an E major, it becomes a non-diatonic chord. Okay, now that E major, that specific chord, if you're looking at this from the perspective of A minor, that particular chord would be the 5 chord. Okay, and anytime you have a 5 chord in a minor key and you make it a major 5 chord, you use the harmonic minor scale over that one particular chord. Okay, but if we shift our thinking into the key of C major, okay, we're still in the same key, same 6 chords, but shift our thinking into the key of C major, that particular chord should be an E minor, but if you make it an E major, the same thing applies, okay? That particular chord, that non-diatonic chord, you would apply the harmonic minor scale over it. Now, why is that the case? Okay, so let's look at our home box position here. What type of E chord falls in this home box position? Okay, I guess you would have your E in your C position. Okay, so as you can see, an E major chord right there, played like this in the C shape. The third of that chord, the E major chord, is the harmonic minor note. Okay? That note right there is the harmonic minor note. Okay, so if it was an E minor chord, that harmonic minor note wouldn't be there because the E minor chord would be part of this key, okay? Okay, but it's an E major chord. Okay, C major, A minor, same thing. You throw in that one chord, you make that a major chord, and harmonic minor scale gets applied over that one chord. Alright guys, so I tried to keep this lesson short, concise, and to the point. Hopefully you were able to pick up the concept I was trying to explain. This is something that I took out of my lead guitar improv course. Okay, so this is a concept that we go over in that course as well, so if you're interested in that, check it out. But that's going to be it for today. Any questions? Feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.